Hello, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your VahChef at whatever.com. Today we're going to make nice beetroot flavored soup. We're going to use vegetable stock and we're going to make this totally vegetarian. This kind of soup is very popular in Russia, Ukraine, Poland. But when you make it right, and Indians also will love this soup. So dear friends, the goodness about this soup is we got nice potatoes, carrots and other vegetables and also beetroot, and it's wholesome, especially for people who want to lose weight and they are doing a little bit of dieting or something. They can skip a meal and instead have this soup because this soup has everything very nutritious. So dear friends, let's go ahead and make this soup. My pan is quite hot. So if I add butter, that's going to kind of burn. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add some onions and garlic. This is a simple technique you can learn. Onion and garlic. Now, I'm going to add butter on top. This way, the butter will not burn and it will cool down the pan. You can also chop these onions really fine. Now, the butter is also melted. I'm going to now increase the flame again. In this, I'm going to add nicely chopped celery. Add carrots. Cut all of them into nice small little cubes so that they all get cooked evenly. Onions, carrots, celery have nicely sauteed. Chop tomatoes. Add some tomato puree also. Add cubes of potatoes. You can see the potatoes, they are also cut into smaller pieces. See, the main coloring and the flavoring for the soup is beetroot. Because beetroot has a strong flavor than any of the vegetables we have added. So this will not only bleach out the color, but its flavor is also very prominent. So we're going to add nice full cup of beetroot. Now, what happens to the beetroot is, if you add the beetroot to the oil, the color will kind of disappear. So as soon as you add beetroot, add the stock. This is a vegetable stock. Once this comes to a boil, add little salt and make sure that whenever you're making soups, you have room to add salt at the last so that you don't mess up the soup. So I've added salt and sugar. One of the flavor enhancer for a soup like this is sugar. So we're going to add another 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. For this soup, we're going to add a lot of cabbage. Just shred the cabbage. A lot of you must have heard about diet soup, cabbage soup. They say because cabbage is full of nutrients, but it is nowhere compared to the nutrients this soup carry. Because this soup has a lot more vegetables, lot more flavoring, and add pepper. Especially when I make this soup for Indians, I love to add pepper because they like this nice lot of pepper flavored soup. I've added all the ingredients pretty much, so we're going to let it cook till all the beetroot and potatoes are nice, soft, and ready to eat. For this soup, I'm going to add a dumpling. This is optional. If you want to add it. Because once you add this, it will be more tastier. So dear friends, for this dumpling, this is very easy. All we're going to do is take one egg, add just half a cup of milk, pinch of salt, and caraway seeds. If you don't have, you can add black cumin also. That also will give nice flavor for the dumpling. Now, I've got some flour in which I'm going to add some baking powder. I'm going to mix this. And do not add too much flour because we're going to make it like a kind of a paste. Now this is like a paste. What we're going to do is, we're going to take a spoon and add small dumplings into the soup. Once you add to this soup, these dumplings swell up and become nice and juicy. The dumpling batter is all ready, but first let me check the soup. Awesome. A little more of sugar, salt, and I've got some dill leaf. Dill leaf also goes excellent with this beetroot soup. So I'm going to add some chopped dill leaf into this, and I'm going to add some red wine vinegar. Okay, if you don't have red wine vinegar, you can add the regular vinegar also, but do not add too much, very little. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take 1 spoonful of batter. Okay, this way it's easy to drop like a dumpling. You can make small dumpling or you can make the size of the dumpling you want. My soup is all ready. You can see these potato, vegetables, everything is good. This is one of the awesome beetroot soups you can make. So let's take into a nice bowl with all these dumplings. So much of vegetables, and wow, this is super. It is not really watery, nor it's not thick. It's got the right consistency, and I love these dumplings. Good. You can sprinkle some chopped parsley and top it up with some sour cream. I'm going to add some lime juice also on top, a little bit. My best part is to have this soup. I want to get as many dumplings as possible. And you can have this soup just with some breads or even toast. Wow. And these dumplings, my God, they suck up all the juices and they're so soft and they literally melt in your mouth. This is one of the wholesome, nutritious soup you can ever make. But do not forget, VahChef is all about inspiring others to cook. So please post your recipes and cooking tips so others can benefit from your great cooking. Thank you.